Well, hello everyone, and welcome in for another installment of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. And we have got an excellent doubleheader for you live from Gypsum between Southeast of Saline, who comes in at 7-1, and the Chapman Lady Irish, who come in at 9-1. Two teams that have been red hot. It's a series that we have enjoyed covering over the last couple of years, and it all begins here with the first pitch from Gypsum, Kansas. Get to the starting lineup after this. The first pitch is in there for a called strike, and the pitcher's duel in this game will be one to watch. But first, let's meet the starting lineup for the Chapman Lady Irish. Leading off, it's first baseman Kennedy Schultz, then second baseman Mackenzie Leedy. Starting pitcher Olivia Harold bats in the three-hole. Catcher Anna Martinez in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's left fielder Tegan Ellis, then right fielder Kaya Bell, DP Asa Courtois, center fielder Zoe Peterson, and shortstop Callie Cook brings up the rear of the Chapman lineup today. Your flex is Carmen Courtois. She will not bat, but she will play third. And every name that I just mentioned has to contend with one of the best arms in Class 3A. As in the circle and starting her day with a strikeout, it's Carly Zerflu, who has been on a tear since the very beginning of the year. Let's go ahead and run through the numbers for Zerflu. They are otherworldly. In her first four appearances, she is 4-0. She has pitched 20 innings, a perfect 0.00 ERA, a 0.6 whip. Here's the big number, 27 strikeouts to just 5 walks. This ball popped up, and it will find the mitt of Annabelle Soul out in right field for the second out of the inning. Opponents bat just 109 off of Zerflu this season. And like I said, this will be a pitcher's duel. On the other side, Olivia Harold, who stands in at the bat here, is just as good. Harold has been spectacular this season, picking up right where her sister left off a year ago as Chapman made the run down to the state tournament in Class 4A. Battled Fort Scott in the quarterfinal round. Of course, Southeast of Saline got close. They lost to Silver Lake in the sub-state championship game. Pitch misses up and out. Count goes to 2-0. And for as good as Olivia Harold has been so far, pitching, she has been just as good at the plate. Batting .588, slugging .941, 20 hits in 10 games. A ridiculous pace for Olivia Harold this season. Good breaking ball, but Harold wise to lay off, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. For her part in this, Carly Zerflu's last 2 games, they've both been shortened by the mercy rule, but they've been a no-hitter at a perfect game. Here, she will issue a walk to Olivia Harold, and Harold takes her base to make way for catcher Anna Martinez. Both teams run with good speed, both teams very aggressive on the base paths. 39 stolen bases this year for Chapman, 40 for Southeast of Saline. So expect the catchers on both sides to have their arms tested as the first pitch to Martinez is in for a called strike. And with that, let's also take you around the horn for Southeast of Saline. It'll be Riley Donnelly behind the plate. Teal over at first, Veda Durfee at second, Reese Heinrich at short, Ashley Welchel at third. Your outfield from left to right, McFadden, Samuelson, and Soul. Hot shot up the middle, scooped up by Heinrich, and she'll tag the bag herself for the final out of the inning. 4 up, 3 down. Still scoreless as we go to the home half of inning number 1. Southeast up to bat. When we come back, this is the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group, your trusted partner in finding a place you'll love to call home.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Make your next move with someone who knows the market, knows the community, and puts you first. Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or searching for that perfect first home, Kirsten brings local expertise, strong communication, and a client-first approach that makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group today, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Homefront Real Estate Group. Unlock your happy.
It's hard to find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Back at the ballpark, another windy day in Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you, Brian Dennett producing and engineering for us today. Southeast of Saline up to bat for the first time in this doubleheader. It'll be Reese Heinrich, the shortstop, to lead things off. Get the rest of that order here in just a moment. Heinrich squares to bunt. It is foul, and she will come back here. Batting in the 2-hole, it's center fielder Kaya Samuelson, who hit not one but two inside the park home runs on Tuesday. Then third baseman Ashley Welchel. Riley Donnelly, the catcher, bats in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's second baseman Veda Durfee. Then right fielder Annabelle Soul. First baseman Hannah Teal. DP Peyton Merrill. And left fielder Madeline McFadden. And boy, if you thought the pitching was good on one side, it's great on both sides. Olivia Harold has been just as good this year. She's making her 8th appearance. This will be her 6th start of the season. And in 36 1/3 innings, as she just misses low here, she has a .0.96 ERA, a 0.9 WHIP, 68 strikeouts to just 11 walks on the year. Opponents hit just 191 off of Olivia Harold, and she starts her day with a strikeout of Reese Heinrich. That is a tough task in and of itself. So Heinrich heads back to the dugout. Kaya Samuelson the next to grab a bat. I know I just brought the stat up, but it's really unbelievable. I think in all my time covering high school baseball and softball, I've seen maybe 2 inside the park home runs as Samuelson lays down a bunt, and the throw, wow, that's going to get out of the mitt of Leedy. So an error. Actually, let's call that an infield single. Kaya Samuelson able to beat it out at first. But Samuelson had 2 inside the park home runs, and she uses her speed to force a tough throw there to turn things over to Ashley Welchel. In the field, Martinez catching today. It's Schultz over at first. Leedy at second as the runner goes. Boy, a very delayed steal there. And then you saw Samuelson thought about turning the corner. Honestly, a good throw. Probably gets her. But unable to do so there. Patrolling the infield, it's Schultz at first. Leedy at second. Cook at third. And Courtois at third. The outfield from left to right, Ellis, Peterson, and Bell for Chapman. Welchel back in the box. Second pitch on the way in there for a called strike. And the count, I believe, 0-2. Welchel trying to get something started here for Southeast of Saline. This was a fun back-and-forth battle just a year ago. Had coverage of those games, and the first game went the way of Chapman, 4-3. It was a 13 or 14 inning affair. 11 strikeouts for Maddie Harold. The second game went to Southeast. It was a 9-7 game. A little more offense in that one. Big swing and a miss, and the second strikeout of the day for Olivia Harold cuts down Ashley Welchel. One ball, no strikes is the count here. No, sorry, fresh count. Riley Donnelly steps in. They'll have to clear off the scoreboard. Donnelly's first plate appearance of the day. First pitch right in there for a called strike. And, boy, that is a big part of what Harold does. She's got great velocity. She's got a good pitch mix. One ball, no strikes. And location has been impeccable. Of course, Maddie Harold, her older sister, currently tearing it up at Cloud Community College. A 1 swing and a miss, and she's out ahead of Riley Donnelly. It's been a good year for Donnelly. Been a good year for a lot of players on this Southeast squad. The senior batting .423, slugging .500 coming into today's game. But the 0-2 right down the pipe. And it's 3 up, 3 down, all via the strikeout. Both pitchers flexing their stuff here early in this contest. We're scoreless. We go to the second when we return. Coverage of today's game brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
Tossed and Sauce Pizza is a proud supporter of all our area athletes. We want to wish them good luck this season. When headed to the game or an evening at home, stop in and see Tossed and Sauce Pizza at 306 Northwest 3rd in Abilene.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
To the second inning we go. It'll be Tegan Ellis, Kaya Bell, and Asa Courtois to lead things off for the Chapman Lady Irish. And another inning of work here for Carly Zerflew. So far, so good for both pitchers, which is really about what we expected. I mean, again, this was tabbed as a pitcher's duel coming in, both very capable offenses, but when you've got two of the best to do it in the state of Kansas going back and forth, you kind of expect runs to come at a premium. And at least early on in this contest, that has certainly been the case. It is hot, it is sunny, it is windy here in Gypsum. This ball taken up in the air, drifting into foul territory, and that will find its way out of play to bring the count to 2-1. About 88 degrees at first pitch, and the wind is blowing straight in. So tough day for power bats. Southeast, the majority of their home runs have come via the inside the Parker. Matter of fact, 3 of their 4 home runs have stayed inside the yard. Here it's a pop-up. That'll stay on the infield. And, boy, Donnelly doesn't even have to move. Talk about easy work. Donnelly looks up, and the ball's right there, and that's one away as Kaya Bell grabs a bat. For Chapman, take a look at the numbers. 5 home runs for the Lady Irish this year, and that does kind of bring us to one of the bigger keys in this contest, and that is less about who's playing and more about who is not. Unfortunately, Jay Rogers unable to go today. Will not be available for either game of this doubleheader, and that's a big loss for this Chapman team. Jay this season off to a very hot start. She was batting .846, slugging .2,000, and she had 11 hits, including a double, a triple, 4 home runs, and 12 RBI, to say nothing of the work that she does in the circle. Count here is 1-1. Zerflew back to work against Kaya Bell, brings it home, and that one misses a touch outside to bring the count to 2-1. But both teams very capable of manufacturing runs. We talk about that all the time. And simple matter of get them on, get them over, and get them in. Another pitch off the plate. Zerflew continues to work away to the right-handed Bell. Kaya Bell this season, the junior, batting .316, slugging .421, 6 hits for her through the first 10 games of the campaign. The 3-1, swing and a miss. Good late breaker there for Zerflew over the top of the bat of Bell. We've also got our new image audio keys to the game, and when you've got 2 pitchers as good as this, really it comes down to who's going to blink first. I mean, that sounds very basic and very cliche, but you feel like there's only so many runs that are going to come in as Zerflew takes that pop-up herself, and it's 2 down. So limiting mistakes and limiting free base runners is going to be big for both teams. Obviously, southeast of Saline does not typically put runners on for free. Their pitching staff has allowed just 18 walks this year. Chapman's in the same boat, just 20 walks as a staff. As Asa Courtois, the DP, strides to the dish. The junior batting .231 this year, 3 hits for her. A couple of strikeouts, a couple of stolen bases in the mix as well. 1-0 pitch, a ball that misses high and outside, and really, at least for the first time in a couple of games here, Zerflu allowing herself to fall behind a few of these hitters. Typically very good at staying in attack mode. You wonder if she may tweak her pitching style a bit here with such a good lineup on the other side. Make no mistake, this Chapman team has been a problem for opposing pitching. As a squad, they bat .407, they slug .631, they have 107 hits and 73 RBI in 10 games. They're making some noise. 3-0, the swing away sign given, and Teal will tag the runner to close out the inning. So a curious swing leads to the third out. It's another 3-up, 3-down inning. Southeast gets out of it. They'll be up to bat when we return. This is our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you today by Kirsten Day and Homefront Real Estate Group.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. It'll be Veda Durfee, Annabelle Soul, and Hannah Teal to lead things off in the home half of the second. And as we get into another inning, a couple of folks we'd like to thank for helping make coverage of today's game possible, including Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, and KVK Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated since 1996. Pitcher's duel that we expected has arrived, at least through the early innings. First pitch from Olivia Harold in for a strike. And the count starts off at 0-1 to Veda Durfee. In the first inning, 4 batters faced, 3 strikeouts, an infield single for Kaya Samuelson, the only damage done to Harold. And kind of like Zerflu, keeping it on the outer part of the plate to the right-handed hitter, but keeping it on the plate. Just like that, she's jumped out ahead here, 0-2. Pitch on the way in there, and it's a 3-pitch looking strikeout for Olivia Harold. It's not to say that both offenses can't come to life, but boy, the way Harold has gotten off to this start against this lineup, you wonder where the runs are going to come from really on both sides. Fresh count here to Annabelle Soul. First pitch to her. She will chop it to second. That'll be easy enough work for Leedy. And it's quickly 2 down. Also, do want to apologize to Annabelle Soul. Felt really confident. Thought it was Soel. It is not Soel. It is Soul. We got that straightened up. So if you do check out the Salina Post Facebook page and see our highlights, we are aware. And I do apologize. Annabelle Soul grounds out to make way for Hannah Teal, and Teal takes a first pitch strike. And boy, I know against a pitcher as good as Olivia Harold, it's tempting to want to see one, but Harold has just been peppering the strike zone. 0-1 on the way, fouled back to the screen, and just like that, Harold is ahead 0-2, and that's where she's been living. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Southeast looking for another base runner here. We will carry both games of this doubleheader, and that is thanks to Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. 0-2, swing and a miss, and it's strikeout number 5 for Olivia Harold. Another 3-up, 3-down inning. We head to the third. Still scoreless from Gypsum on Salina Post Sports Network.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC
Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at the ballpark as we go to the third inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters. Zoo up. Zoe Peterson, Callie Cook, and Kennedy Schultz for this Chapman team on to face Carly Zerflew. So far, Zerflew's allowed just the one base runner. It came on the walk of Olivia Harold. So both pitchers have allowed one base runner, and aside from that, it's been awfully quick work. This ball lifted out to right. Coming in is Sol, and she will make the catch for out number 1. We'll also keep you up to date on the baseball doubleheader happening across the way between southeast of Saline and Chapman, and other games going on in our area. Plenty of good stuff across the state and across the north central Kansas area. This pitch misses up and away to Callie Cook. Cook is the new prototypical rollover type of 9-hole hitter. I feel like I've been talking about that like it's a new thing for 3 years, but a 9-hole is not what it used to be. Now it's almost a second leadoff spot. This ball popped up, drifting near the fence, and it's just out of play. So the count goes even at a ball and a strike. And also want to say a special thank you to Amanda West State Farm Agency in Abilene, supporting all area student athletes, and to Tossed and Sauced Pizza in Abilene. Pizza, wings, salads, and pasta. Find your new favorites at Tossed and Sauced in Abilene. Great game. 2 great games coming your way here on Salina Post. Happy to be bringing you to you. And in case you missed it, had a couple of good games. 4 good games between southeast of Saline and Sacred Heart. Those games available on demand. If you missed them, you can check them out right here on our Salina Post YouTube page. 1-1 skipped in the dirt. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike to Callie Cook. Cook, the sophomore, batting .348, slugging .478. She's got 8 hits, 6 runs scored. This is also a Chapman team that's been relatively patient as a crew. 29 walks on the year to 34 strikeouts. Here it's a swing and a miss. And the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Callie Cook. Kennedy Schultz, the leadoff hitter, is waiting on deck. Zerflew hoping to get to her with 2 down. Here comes the 2-2. And a little check swing action. They're going to say she did not go. So the count is full. Thought for a moment that Cook might have gotten a sliver of that, but no. Kept the bat out of harm's way. Also, more importantly, kept the count alive. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and well, there you go. Carly Zerflew is going to do what Carly Zerflew does. And the first time through the order without any problems for Zerflew. Face 9, set down 8. Now she'll take on Schultz for the second time in this contest. Schultz, a strikeout looking back in the first inning. First pitch swinging, and we'll cut through that. Schultz has been great from the leadoff spot. Gets on base at a .529 clip this year. Takes this one easy enough in the dirt. I say the dirt, but this is also the first time we've been here with a brand new turf in gypsum. And boy, it looks good. Mammoth Construction did a great job here on the baseball field, on the football field. Nasty off-speed pitch. I think they said that just missed, and the count goes to 2-1. Schultz looking for the first hit today for Chapman. 2-1 on the way. Took a cut there, comes up empty. The count goes even at 2-2. Leedy in the on-deck circle if they can find a way to get to her. Zerflew back in the circle. Sets and brings home the 3-1. It is fouled away. And this is what you want to see. Second time through the lineup, you want to kind of force the pitcher to go deeper into her bag and work deeper into counts. Right now, that's exactly what Kennedy Schultz has been doing. 2-2, Zerflew brings it home, got her again. And it's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Carly Zerflew. halfway through the third. We'll step away when we come back. It's the home half of inning number 3, SES with the bats up on the other side. Coverage today brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there, Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
It was 8-9-1 for Chapman to lead off the inning. It'll be 8-9-1 here for southeast of Saline. Peyton Merrill, Madeline McFadden, and Reese Heinrich. The next up to face Olivia Harold. And boy, Harold has been absolutely cruising. She gave up the infield single to Kaya Samuelson. Aside from that, she already has 5 strikeouts. So 7 batters faced, 5 strikeouts. She's put 6 of them down. And the only thing she's conceded in this game was a kind of dipsy-do infield single. 1-0 on the ground to the right side. It gets past Leedy, and that will bring Southeast their second hit of the day. More importantly, their second base runner of the day as Peyton Merrill able to reach on the single. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner as southeast of Saline wants to get some fresh legs in over at first. We'll see who it is that they send out there. I'll trust my eyes from this distance. I think, and now I can't confirm, that is Mackenzie Redder. So Redder comes in to run for Merrill. That is the DP slot. And Madeline McFadden strides to the dish. McFadden in her sophomore season batting a clean .500. 3 for 6. It is a small sample size, but just continues to find ways to get on base. If you're Southeast right now, that's what you need. Wouldn't be surprised, too, if we see the Lady Trojans play some small ball with all that speed at first. Sure enough, they squared a bunt. Redder takes off for second. Good throw, but, boy, another, I don't want to call it a misplayed ball, but that's the second time. I think if Cook fields it cleanly, they've probably got Redder dead to rights. Great throw by Martinez. You got to give her a lot of credit there, but it's the second stolen base of the day. And now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. McFadden squared to bunt last time, scores to bunt this time. It is drifting. It's just over the line. That was a nearly perfect bunt for Madeline McFadden. But she will have to swing away now with 2 strikes. That thing had so much top spin. Found its way to the wrong side of the line, and the count is 0-2. Pitch on the way. Good take there by McFadden. Enticing pitch. Rise ball up. Able to hold off, though. Now got to hang tough. You know, Harold kind of used that almost like a waste pitch. You feel like you're not going to see another one of those. And she did not. Harold, 6 strikeouts on the day. It's 1 down in the third. But for southeast of Saline, it's the top of the order. Back up here, Reese Heinrich, for the second time today, grabs a bat. Heinrich, a strikeout victim back in the first. One of the few left-handed bats in this southeast order. And you look at the numbers, Heinrich batting .346, slugging .577 though. And 11 stolen bases for Heinrich already this year. She's got electric speed. First pitch to her, squares to bunt, puts it down. It's scooped up cleanly. Harold's throw to first is in time. But Reese Heinrich does her job. She moves the runner up 60 feet. And it now falls to Kaya Samuelson to try to bring in Mackenzie Redder. Sack bunt puts the run 60 feet away. It could be the one to break the deadlock. Runs like this so crucial in a game that we expect to continue being a low-scoring affair. This ball poked up the right side, and that will do it. It's an RBI single for Kaya Samuelson. And the Lady Trojans on the board first here in the third. That right there, I mean, that's Lady Trojan baseball. Merrill gets on with the leadoff single. You put in a speedy pinch runner in Redder. And a strikeout of McFadden, a sack bunt, and a single for Samuelson. Now it's Ashley Welchel trying to get some additional runs on the board. With as good as Chapman hits, this one-run lead is not safe. Certainly not in the third inning, but scoring a bunt is Welchel. She'll pull it back, and just bobbling it a bit is Martinez, and that allows Samuelson to swipe her second bag of the day. Kaya Samuelson stole second in the first. She does the same here in the third. The 0-1 pitch. Misses a touch high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Welchel this year batting .391, slugging .609. 6 RBI, 3 doubles this year. Takes a pitch high, that gets away. The throw down to third. It's a good throw, but not good enough. Boy, you got to get up awfully early in the morning to beat Kaya Samuelson to any bag. And southeast of Saline with another insurance run 60 feet away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Olivia Harold would love to get out of this with a strikeout and not have to worry about that ball getting put back into play. Well, she's one good pitch away from doing that here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Southeast with a 1-run lead. Trying to double it here. 2-2 pitch. Got her. Olivia Harold racking them up. It's strikeout number 7. But southeast of Saline on the board with an RBI single from Kaya Samuelson. We go to the 4th when we come back. Coverage of this doubleheader presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Coverage of high school softball today presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group, your trusted partner in finding a place you'll love to call home. We also want to say a special thank you to Philip Seed, who are proud to support the video broadcast of today's game. As a family-owned Kansas seed company, Philip Seed is committed to serving growers and communities across our service area. Philip Seed, serve, innovate, grow. Good luck to both teams today on behalf of Philip Seed. Southeast of Saline on the board, 1-0 lead, but like I said, this is a Chapman team. You don't expect that goose egg to stay on the board for long, and they are now facing Carly Zerflew the second time through the order. It's Mackenzie Leedy to lead things off, and the first pitch that she sees misses high and away for ball 1. It'll be Leedy, Harold, and Anna Martinez to lead off the 4th here for the Lady Irish. Chapman has had some explosive games, 19 runs against Harrington, 17 against Harrington. Here a ball lifted out to shallow right field and a little collision, but Soul able to make the catch. That's one away, and that could have been a bit of a disaster there as I think Durfee thought she had the play on it and tracked it back out. The two bumped into each other. Fortunately, no harm done. So stepping in is the starting pitcher on the other side and the only player to reach base so far for Chapman. Olivia Harold got there on a 4-pitch walk. First pitch to her this time around is just off the plate. Count starts off at 1-0. Harold back in the box, a good eye, and boy, a chess match between two pitchers that understand the role. 1-0 misses high, so a low pitch, a high pitch. If there's one spot, I'm not saying you pitch around her, but if you put Harold on with a walk, it's not the worst thing in the world. You definitely don't want to serve her up anything enticing. Zerflu's 2-0. Just off the plate, and the count to 3-0. It was a 4-pitch walk to Harold back in the first inning. I would imagine she'll be taking all the way, although if anyone gets a green light with a 3-0 count, it might be her. They do give her the take sign. Now she'll swing away. Saw Courtois try to square one up on a 3-0 count earlier today. That was a bit curious. 3-1 pitch, just over the top. Zerflu, late breaking action there. Misses the bat of Olivia Harold, and the count is 3-2. Zerflu trying to catch up in the strikeout department. The payoff pitch, check swing. Did she go? No, she did not. And for the second time today, Olivia Harold will reach base on a walk. This time with one down for Anna Martinez. Martinez has put together an impressive day at the plate. Or I should say an impressive season at the plate. The sophomore bats .433, slugs .700. She has driven in 11 runs this year. She'll take the first pitch high and outside, and the count starts off at 1-0. I'm not sure if this is Zerflu toying with the hitters or if this is Zerflu just trying to pitch a little more cautiously. But the patience has rewarded Chapman thus far. It will even the count up here at 1-1. And Martinez will look to swing away. Anna Martinez, 4 doubles, 2 triples. Mentioned the 11 RBI. That strikeout, she has only struck out once this year. The 1-1. This is high and away. Throw down to second. No shot. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Donnelly, it was a bad throw. It chased Heinrich over the bag, but she caught the ball basically on the back of Olivia Harold. Harold's not moving. She is staying put, but the ruling out there was an out. I mean, that is an insane play across the board. Ironically, that's probably not where Donnelly wanted to throw that, but it ends up right where the tag needed to be. And I'm not sure if the argument here from Coach Cook is interference. But right now, there is a discussion being had, and like I said, Olivia Harold has not moved from second base. We've seen some wild plays on attempted steals here over the last few days. And this is just another one to add to the list. This is turning into a bit of a lengthy discussion between Kyle Cook and the umpire. And for now, yeah, they're going to leave. I think they're going to. Are they leaving? No, okay, they are calling Harold out. Harold was going to basically wait until she got escorted back to the dugout to move. So it's 2 down in the inning. And it's Anna Martinez now at the plate, a 2-1 count. And now nobody on base. 2-1 to Martinez in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike here. Tegan Ellis looming in the on-deck circle. Chapman trying to start a new 2-out rally. The 3-1. Misses high and outside, and Anna Martinez fired up. Will pimp the bat on her way to first on a walk. I think maybe just trying to get the dugout back into it is anytime you lose a base runner like that, it can be deflating. Tegan Ellis trying to pick up the flag and carry it forward. First pitch to her. In there for a called strike. Ellis popped out to the catcher her first time up. Senior on the year, batting .346, also slugging .818. This is a team that slugs .631. 0-1 pitch, taken to right. Soul back on it, makes the catch. And that will wrap up the top of the 4th inning. We're halfway home. Southeast leads it 1-0. They'll look to add on to that when we come back. Coverage of today's games presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
As we pick up the action in the home half of the fourth, a reminder that coverage of today's game is brought to you in part by Aeroplanes. Looking for a brand new home? Start your search at Aeroplanes Housing. Tour the Citation, Gulfstream, and Lear model homes. Open every Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. with homes starting at just $219,000 and a limited time 3.87 first-year rate. You could be in your new home sooner than you think. That's as low as $993 a month or $1,142 a month for the Gulfstream and Lears. Visit Aeroplanes Housing this Sunday. Go to aeroplanesks.com. That's aeroplansks.com and click on Rate for full details. Southeast of Saline, the heart of the order, due up to lead off the inning. It'll be Riley Donnelly, Veda Durfee, and Annabelle Sowell. Soul. I'm going to get that right. Annabelle Soul. 2-0 the count here to Donnelly. 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but that could be said of 2/3 of the Southeast lineup the first time through. And a good pitch in there for a strike to bring the count back to 2-1. Olivia Harold has been on fire to open this game. 7 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. Wind continues to howl in from straightaway center. Been told the gusts are reaching upwards of 45 miles an hour today, so I don't expect any home runs to be hit over the fence. Normally I joke about the people that park out there. You're safe today. Check swing, or rather a check of the pitch, and the count is full. Riley Donnelly struck out swinging her first time up. Southeast got their first and only run back in the third. Donnelly looking to restart the party. Instead, it is the 8th strikeout of this game for Olivia Harold. This is not far off her average pace. Like I said, Harold has made 5 starts. She's pitched in now 8 games. She has 70-plus strikeouts. This is what she's done this year. First pitch to Veda Durfee. Misses down and inside. The count starts at a ball and no strikes. Durfee struck out looking her first time up. The freshman this year, batting .474, slugging .579. So good numbers here in her first campaign, enough to earn the 6th spot. And that's the other impressive thing about the Southeast team we haven't really talked about. They have reloaded very well. I believe Chapman only lost 2 seniors last year that played serious time. Now, granted, one of those was Maddie Harold, but obviously a lot more pieces coming back this year for Chapman than did for Southeast. But the Lady Trojans have found a lot of new blood that has stepped in and made it work. And it really has been impressive to see the quick turnaround, the 2-1. Fouled to the screen, and the count goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both of these teams made good runs through the postseason. For Southeast, their run was ended by Silver Lake in the regional finals. For Chapman, they lost to Fort Scott in the quarterfinal round of the 4A state tournament. Pitch into Durfee, strikeout number 9. And it just keeps coming for the Chapman Lady Irish. Annabelle Soul will grab a bat. Soul so far 0 for 1, a ground out to second, her first time up. First pitch might have slipped out of the hand there, way up top. And Soul, it's easy enough for her to lay off. Did mention it before, I'll quickly mention it again. We will have coverage of Game 2 of this doubleheader coming your way about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And it'll be right here, same link, same stream. As always, brought to you completely free of charge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Soul back in the box. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2, the count. 2-1-2. 9 strikeouts already today for Olivia Harold. Hunting number 10. Won't get it here. It's a hot shot to Schultz. She'll quickly tag the bag, and that will end the 4th. It's another scoreless inning, but Southeast still leads it 1-0. You're watching coverage of Southeast and Chapman on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you by Kirsten Day and Homefront Real Estate Group.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. It's a 1-0 lead for the Lady Trojans as we go to inning number 5. And a quick reminder that coverage of today's game is brought to you in part by USD 473 Chapman Schools. They do what's best for all kids: high academic success, school-run business opportunities, and a culture of caring for students. Also want to say a special thank you to Kansas Bankers Technologies and Technical Consulting. And I know we kind of bragged on them a little bit during the Sacred Heart games, but in case you're not aware, this has historically been kind of a dead zone for us. There's not a lot of cell signal. It's very tough to stream video out here, as you would imagine, in a lot of rural communities like Gypsum, Kansas. But thanks to Kansas Bankers Technologies, we're able to pick up some new equipment, and that has certainly helped us expand our reach here on Salina Post Sports. So a special thank you to both Technical Consulting and Kansas Bankers Technologies. Here it's a little nubber that'll find its way foul. It's Kaya Bell, Asa Courtois, and Zoe Peterson to lead things off for the Lady Irish. Southeast hunting 9 more outs. They'd also like to pad onto the lead a bit, but have a really hard time seeing Chapman get shut out for the first time today. I don't think that's on the table. Swing and a miss brings the count to 0-2 on Kaya Bell. Rock Creek, a consistent stalwart at competing for state titles, did hold this lineup to just 1 run, but that's the best anyone has done against Chapman this year. Here it's a pop fly. It's taken care of by Durfee. 1 away. Run differentials have been pretty similar for these two teams. Chapman plus 60 on the year, 4 shutouts for them. Southeast plus 56 with 5 shutouts this year. Asa Courtois in the box here for the Lady Irish. Tips the first pitch, foul back to the screen, and the count starts at 0-1. Courtois grounded out to first, her first time up. On the year, Asa Courtois batting .231. She is seeking her 4th hit of the campaign. Boy, pitch comes home. Zerflu pulled the string. Courtois way out ahead of it. And the count is 0-2. And now options for Zerflu. Zerflu is not needed to be overpowering today. Strikeouts have been few and far between, but a lot of weak contact. And a good take by Courtois. Tempting pitch. Courtois lays off. And the count is 1-2. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 runners have reached base for Chapman today. They've all been walks. 2 of them have been Olivia Harold. Zerflu, the 2-2. Good looking pitch, but another good take for Courtois, who's been very patient. It's been to her credit. Courtois looking for her first walk of the year. Granted, she's only struck out twice. Payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. I know I threw the number out there earlier, but this is a Chapman team. 34 strikeouts to 29 walks as a lineup. Southeast 28 apiece. So 2 very patient teams. Not going to give you many free base runners are these pitchers, though. Another payoff pitch. Slapped to first, bobbled by Teal, picks it up, nobody's home, and the runner's safe. So, Asa Courtois, I mean, you got to give that an error, but she is aboard. And that, with one down, will put another runner aboard here for Zoe Peterson. Peterson trying to capitalize on it. So far, just one steal attempt. It resulted in a caught stealing. Runner squares to bunt, fouls it back to the screen, and the count begins here 0-1. It's kind of the advantage for Zerflu. She has a chance to finish out the inning without having to face the top of the lineup, and that's really crucial here, especially in just a one-run ball game. You don't want to give quality ABs to players like Schultz and Leedy. Squaring to bunt, that's in the glove, and they'll double her off at first. Ashley Welchel pulled in on the corner, made the catch, and then delivered a strike to first. And it's an inning-ending double play that will send us to the home half of the fifth. Southeast up to bat in just a bit. Coverage today presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I, don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Hannah Teal, Peyton Merrill, and Madeline McFadden, the bottom third of the order, due up for southeast of Saline. The Lady Trojans lead 1-0 as we go to the home half of the fifth. And Olivia Harold, aside from that two-hit inning, and that was all she gave up. It was 2 hits in the third, but that was enough for Southeast with 2 Kaya Samuelson stolen bases to bring in a run. So Southeast up 1-0. Fans, also don't forget, you can check out our Salina Post Facebook page or at S-Post Sports on X all season long to see highlights from around the area. Proudly presented by the good folks at Billings Group. Hannah Teal down 0-2. She struck out swinging her first time up. 0-2 offering on the way, and boy, there you go. Harold climbs the ladder, and that's her 10th strikeout of the game. Peyton Merrill, right? No, I think Redder keeps the spot in the order here. Okay. First pitch, now back to the screen here. And it is, in fact, Mackenzie Redder. She came into pinch run for Merrill. Merrill has one of just 3 hits today against Olivia Harold. But Redder keeps her spot. She's got an 0-1 count. Squares to bunt, tries to get it down. This one foul, and the count to 0-2. Southeast maybe trying to opt for, first of all, trying to keep their swaps together, but also maybe opting for more speed than power with Redder at the dish. She'll have to get protective here, though. Harold hunting strikeout number 11. It's in the dirt. And an easy take there for Redder makes the count 1-2. Madeline McFadden in the on-deck circle, then the top of the order due up after that. Southeast would love to get a few runners on for Heinrich and Samuelson. It'll have to wait. 11 strikeouts in this game. Olivia Harold continues to cruise. And Madeline McFadden, who struck out herself back in the third inning, is at the dish here, trying to start a 2-out party for the Lady Trojans. First pitch from Harold. Misses inside. She has not missed inside very often. For the most part, Harold has pitched away, especially to these right-handed hitters. She has lived on the outer half. For the most part, she has lived low. This pitch fouled back to the backstop, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Reese Heinrich, if they can get to her, is in the on-deck circle. If not, it'll be the top of the lineup to start the 6th for Southeast. 1-1 misses high. Of course, on the other side, Chapman down to their final 6 outs. It's only a 1-run game, and like I said, I don't think today will be the day that someone shuts out the Lady Irish for the first time. But you never know. This late in the contest, obviously Zerflu has pitched well. 3 balls, 1 strike. McFadden with the green light. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew it by her. Harold, just a flamethrower from the circle. Harold with 2 strikeouts an inning at a minimum. 2 strikeouts this inning already. Does not collect her 3rd here. For the Lady Irish, trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. So far, so good for Olivia Harold. She'll step back in and toe the rubber. 3-2 coming. Check swing, drifting into foul territory, and it's just beyond the glove of Bell. And the Southeast bench loving it. That's a good run for Bell, but the wind just kills anything hit to the outfield. Count stays full to Madeline McFadden. The 3-2. Chopper over the head of Harold and into center field. Madeline McFadden, a 2-out single. And Southeast of Saline in business with Reese Heinrich coming to bat. Heinrich reached base in 8 of 8 plate appearances in the doubleheader win over Sacred Heart. So far today, she has not reached base, a strikeout and a sac bunt. Squares to bunt here, pulls it back, runner goes for second. She'll be in without a throw. So now a runner in scoring position. You wonder if Heinrich will be more inclined to swing away here. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Heinrich. And yes, she is ready to swing away. And even to the left-handed hitter, Harold continues to live on the outer half of the plate. She has not brought much in. She has not needed to. Her best pitches have all been on that outer half. This one in the dirt. Runner holds up. Heinrich trying to stay patient. Trying to get it over to Samuelson, too. And for as much of a puzzle as Harold has been to solve today, Samuelson is 2 for 2. 1-2, swing and a miss. Got her swinging. And that is strikeout number 12 for Olivia Harold. We will take a break. When we come back, we go to the 6th inning. Chapman down to their final 6 outs. You're watching courtesy of Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Make your next move with someone who knows the market, knows the community, and puts you first. Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or searching for that perfect first home, Kirsten brings local expertise, strong communication, and a client-first approach that makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group today, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Homefront Real Estate Group. Unlock your happy.
It's hard to find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
Back here in Gypsum, Kansas, as we go to the 6th inning, it'll be the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters due up here for Chapman. Lady Irish without a run on the board yet, down to their final 6 outs, but with the top of the order and the middle of the order guaranteed at least one more at bat. Callie Cook, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, will try to start the party. She will foul the first pitch away. And so far, smooth sailing for Carly Zerflu. She has allowed 4 runners to reach, 3 walks and an error. So Chapman still hunting that first hit. The 0-1 misses high and away, and the count is even. Cook would be a good candidate to get it done. Gets on base at a 348 clip. That's also what she's hitting this season. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Strikeout numbers very impressive for Zerflu the last 2 games. Not so much today, but they've not needed to be. Like I said, she has pitched to a ton of weak contact. And almost gets that elusive 4th strikeout here. 2 strikeouts of Schultz, 1 of Cook. So she's bookended the lineup at least 1.5 times with a strikeout, a chance to do it again here. The 1-2. Looked awfully good, just missed inside, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Temperature's expected to cool down maybe just a little bit into the early parts of the evening. The 2-2 misses high, and the count is full. For as good as Zerflu's been, the free base runners today have really given Chapman just a little bit of life. 3-2, got her. Strikeouts to bookend the lineup twice. And Kennedy Schultz comes to the plate trying to avoid the dreaded hat trick here. Schultz this season came in today with just 5 strikeouts in 10 games. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts here. Squares to bunt, gets it down. Zerflu picks it up, throws to first. It's a bad throw. It gets into right field. So Schultz reaches on the second Lady Trojan error of the day. Just a rush throw from Zerflu. And it's a runner aboard with 1 away. And the second spot in the lineup due up here with Mackenzie Leedy. Leedy has flown out to right field twice today. First pitch to her, runner goes, throw down to second is not in time. Credit Schultz with a stolen base. And Chapman with just 1 out has the tying run in scoring position. Mentioned that runs would come at a premium. We said our new image audio keys to the game would be who blinked first. This is the best chance that Chapman's had all day to get a run across. Matter of fact, it's the first time they've had someone in scoring position. 5 base runners today. It's the first time someone for Chapman has gotten as far as second base. Now if you're Mackenzie Leedy, you're thinking about maybe driving the run in, but if nothing else, you want to try to get the runner up an additional 60 feet. High pitch, good stop by Donnelly. That's going to be crucial here as well. You don't want to allow the runner to move up on a pass ball or a wild pitch. Zerflu took an additional moment before stepping back in the circle to collect herself. 2-1. Fouled away, and the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zerflu has been good under pressure this year. It seems like the higher pressure the situation, the more we've seen her buckle down. This is a big spot here with a 1-run lead in the 6th. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, she got her. And it's 2 down in the inning for Olivia Harold. Of all the matchups within the matchup, this has been the most fun to watch today. Harold has reached base on 2 walks. She's been patient, and now she's got a chance potentially to tie this game up herself. First pitch to Harold, misses outside for ball 1. Harold, as it stands right now, would be in line for the loss despite an excellent day inside the circle. But if she can bring in a run, that all resets, and we've got a brand new ball game. 1-0 pitch, low, ball 2. For as many walks, like I said, as Zerflu has given up, it has not yet come back to hurt her cause, but sooner or later, you keep letting them on, they're going to find their way home. 2-0 delivery. In there, just on the outer half for strike 1. Harold has been a menace at the plate this year. She bats .588, slugs .941, 20 hits, 17 RBI. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Carly Zerflu, 1 good pitch away from ending this inning. High pressure situation, tying run in scoring position. Best batter at the plate. The 2-2 pitch outside. Harold, that's a really, really pro veteran take from the sophomore. You live for moments like this. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Tying run at second. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, she got her. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carly Zerflew. And Southeast holds on to their 1-run lead. We go to the 7th. SES looking for, the home half of the 6th. Southeast looking for insurance. When we come back, coverage today is presented by Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Tossed and Sauce Pizza is a proud supporter of all our area athletes. We want to wish them good luck this season. When headed to the game or an evening at home, stop in and see Tossed and Sauce Pizza at 306 Northwest 3rd in Abilene.
Back at the ballpark as we go to the home half of inning number 6, and it'll be Kaya Samuelson, Ashley Welchel, and Riley Donnelly to lead things off. Lady Trojans up by 1, but well, you feel like they probably need a little bit of insurance here. Obviously, they got to feel good knowing that they need just 3 outs on the other side. But again, and for SES, a chance here to try to add more. And the perfect player at the plate to start it off. Kaya Samuelson has 2 of Southeast's 4 hits today. Infield single back in the first, a single in the third. Here squares to bunt, pops it up back to the screen, and that is strike 1 on Samuelson. The other problem for those who oppose Kaya Samuelson is that a single or a walk is basically a triple, and we've seen that today as well. She has 3 stolen bases in just 2 plate appearances. 0-1 pitch, misses at the knees. Olivia Harold. Boy, if Harold doesn't come away with the win today, that is brutal. I mean, she has been, I will say this confidently, the better of the 2 pitchers. Zerflew has been great. But Olivia Harold, has been otherworldly. Diving effort comes up short. The count to 1-2. Olivia Harold in this game has not issued a walk, has not hit any batters, has allowed just 4 singles, and has struck out 12. And yet, in line for the loss, as it stands right now, her team down 1-0. The 1-2 pitch. Samuelson takes it to second, scooped up by Leedy. Throw to first in time. That's a big out for Chapman to record. It's 1 down, and it turns things over to Ashley Welchel. Welchel, for as good as she has been this season, just 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, but that's true of Welchel, of Donnelly, and of Veda Durfee. These 3 spots in the order have really struggled against Harold. First pitch from Olivia Harold misses up and away. Count starts off at a ball and no strikes. Matter of fact, all of the production today for Southeast of Saline, 100% of their base runners have come from the 2, 8, and 9 holes, and that's it. Samuelson, Merrill, and McFadden, the only 3 players to so much as reach base against Olivia Harold. 2 balls, 1 strike. Harold back in the circle, brings it home. This ball chopped again to second. Leedy flips to first. And it's back-to-back outs for Chapman to start the inning. It brings up Riley Donnelly. In case you're curious if my scorebook won't fly away, on the other side, it will be Anna Martinez, Tegan Ellis, and Kaya Bell. Those 3 represent the final hopes for Chapman. Down by 1. First pitch to Donnelly, fouled away. And a reminder as well, if you weren't with us earlier, we will have coverage of game number 2 of this doubleheader, coming your way about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. 0-1 pitch back to the screen. Boy, that one hit right on the pipe and just about came back and domed the umpire. Count is 0-2. Would not be surprised if Olivia Harold takes one more strikeout here for the road. Olivia Harold induces another foul ball. And the count stays 0-2 here on Riley Donnelly. It will also be interesting to see who the pitchers are for Game 2. Will these two teams stick with their starters or roll with someone else? 0-2 in the dirt, easy enough take there for Donnelly. If they can get to her, Veda Durfee the next up for Southeast. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Donnelly at the dish. Pitch on the way. And it's tipped into the mitt. Strike 3, lucky number 13 for Olivia Harold. But will her team give her the run support she needs? They trail 1-0. They're down to their final 3 outs. When we come back, this is our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's presented today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the visitors' 7th. Chapman down to their final 3 outs. That's the bad news. The good news is they've got the heart of the order due up to try to get something done. Anna Martinez, Tegan Ellis, and Kaya Bell on to face Carly Zerflew for the 3rd time today. Zerflew has cruised. She's given up several base runners, but for the most part, she's kept it in check, and her first pitch here will miss high and away to Anna Martinez. Martinez today, a ground out and a walk. That's kind of been the one knock on Zerflew today. She has issued 3 free passes. The 1-0 in there for a called strike. Paints the outside edge. Martinez has seen it. She'll have to swing away here. Chapman had a chance. They had a runner in scoring position with 1 down, but then back-to-back strikeouts ended the inning. The 1-1. Beautiful off-speed pitch. That's one of those, even if you swing there, if you're not prepared for a pitch that slow, you're not going to be able to get the bat to it. And the count is 1-2. Zerflew brings it home, misses high and away. Good take by Martinez. I've been impressed just with the patience of this Lady Irish lineup today. The 2-2 fouled away, and we will do it again. I mentioned that Zerflew had not been overpowering hitters. First 2 times through the lineup, she had 4 strikeouts, but she has struck out 3 of the last 4 she's faced. The 2-2 misses up and out, and the count is full. Martinez has already walked once today. Martinez has only been struck out once all season. Payoff pitch, jammer to second. Durfee flips to first, 1 down. Southeast of Saline, just 2 outs away from wrapping up the first game of this doubleheader with a 1-0 victory. And that will turn things over to Tegan Ellis. First pitch to Ellis in there for a called strike. I did want to go back and look at the official box score to see how they ruled it, and they actually ruled both of the hits. Well, this one taking a second. We'll catch up in just a moment. Durfee, again, flips to first. The two plays that I had in my scorebook as being errors were ruled hits by the Southeast of Saline score crew. We'll see if that holds. So no-hitter to protect here for Zerflu, at least according to Game Changer. But with an out of Kaya Bell, she could give her team another victory. The first pitch is fouled back to the screen. Bell represents the last hope for Chapman in game number 1. She popped out on the infield twice today, once to Zerflu, once to Durfee. Durfee has been busy this inning, 2 outs recorded already. 0-1 pitch is fouled away, and Chapman now down to their final strike. Get some new softballs in here. You can tell these Chapman bats starting to catch up. No one has shut out the Lady Irish yet this season. The 0-2. Check swing, able to hold off was Kaya Bell. Could tell she wanted it. She'll leave it there. The count is 1-2. Both teams with just one loss coming in today. Zerflu brings home the 1-2. It's popped up. It'll stay in the yard, drifting near the fence. Almost able to make the play. Donnelly not quite able to hold on, but still just one strike left to get for the Lady Trojans. It's a tough play for any catcher at any level to try to make, especially with the wind continuing to howl in. Zerflu went high, she went low. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. She got her, and that will do it. Carly Zerflu. It's another gem. And Southeast of Saline hands the first shutout of the season to the Chapman Lady Irish. It's a 1-0 win for Southeast of Saline. We'll step away. We'll come back with the Commercial Tire Center post-game report when we return. This has been the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you here today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Welcome back in here for the Commercial Tire Center postgame report. A 1-0 win for Southeast of Saline, the first shutout of the year, handed to the Chapman Lady Irish. And with this, Southeast improves to 8-1 on the year. Chapman falls to just 9-2. Only the second loss, period, for the Chapman Lady Irish. The other came against a perennial contender in Rock Creek. Final numbers from this game look like this. Southeast of Saline strikes for 1 run on 3 hits. They do not commit any errors, and they leave 3 runners on base. Chapman, according to Game Changer, they scored 0 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Again, I had a couple, those 2 hits that Chapman had, I had recorded as errors by Southeast of Saline. I'll be curious to see what Tyler Smith thinks about that and what the official scorebook reflects. Either way, it's a great game for both pitchers, and we don't typically do this, but both pitchers are our Vernon Jewelers gems of the game. For Carly Zerflu, she goes 7 complete innings. She gives up no runs on 2 hits, walks 3, and strikes out 7. Olivia Harold was excellent today. She pitches 6 innings, gives up just the 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, and 13 strikeouts for Olivia Harold. And for that, both pitchers are our Vernon Jewelers gems of the game. But the win goes to Carly Zerflu, who improves to 5-0. The loss goes to Olivia Harold, who drops to 6-2. That's going to do it for Game 1 coverage, but don't go anywhere. Coming up here in about 30 minutes, we will have coverage of Game number 2 between Southeast of Saline and Chapman. They're both brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. Welcome back in just in time for the start of game number 2 of this doubleheader between Southeast of Saline and Chapman, presented today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. Got another good one for you, ready to go here live from Gypsum, Kansas. And the first game, of course, a pitcher's duel that went the way of Southeast of Salina. 1-0 victory for the Lady Trojans in that one. Similar lineups and the same pitcher, at least for Southeast, as they will toss Carly Zerflew here for a second consecutive game for the first time this season. Of course, we got the lineup card just about, 2 minutes ago. So still working on getting that inputted here, but a ball popped up. That'll drift over, and the catch is made by Ashley Welchel for out number 1. That was Kennedy Schultz who led things off from her spot at first base. Batting second today is Mackenzie Leedy. Then Olivia Harold, Anna Martinez, Tegan Ellis, Kaya Bell. Trying to double-check Coach's handwriting here. Looks like batting in the 7th hole, we've got Ryland Sinnard, then Zoe Peterson and Callie Cook to bring up the rear of the lineup here for the Lady Irish. 1-0 count. Ball slapped into left field. That gets down, and that is, in fact, the first hit of the day for the Chapman Lady Irish. And I did go back and confirm with the coaching staff. Southeast of Saline did not give up a single hit in that first game. So that was a complete game no-hitter for Carly Zerflew. A perfect game, a no-hitter, and a no-hitter her last 3 appearances. But Mackenzie Leedy takes her left field for a single, and that will bring up Olivia Harold, who swings through the first pitch that she sees. Oh, and 1 the count. Pitch on the way. This one also fouled back to the screen. So that'll make the count 0-2. Zerflew back out ahead of Harold, who had a good day in the first game. Reached base safely twice on both of the 2 walks issued by Zerflew. Here the pitch comes home, and it misses a touch high. Again, apologies for the spurts of silence. Still trying to fill out the scorebook here and get ourselves ready for game number 2. One-two offering is fouled back to the screen, and it will stay a 2-strike count. Here to Olivia Harold. Harold collected our co-gem of the game for game number 1, presented as always by Vernon Jewelers. She pitched excellently, gave out just the 3 hits, but unfortunately 2 of those brought in a run for Southeast in the 1-0 victory. And here, another pitch that misses high brings the count to 2-2. It's also interesting to see the difference between a pitcher in Carly Zerflew, who spent the first game out there and who this lineup has now seen and gotten a little bit familiar with, and a new pitcher who we'll talk about a little bit more, as Harold fouls this one off of herself and will have to take a moment and collect herself. Southeast hunting the second out of the inning. 2-2 count to the most dangerous bat in the lineup. Pitch on the way, fouled off, and we will do it again. Zerflew back to work, brings home the 2-2. That misses outside. The count is full, and the runner will take off for second. Mackenzie Leedy moves up. Call it a stolen base. And a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. Good spot to be here for the Chapman Lady Irish. Payoff pitch. Chopped down the line, picked up by Welchel. It's a foul ball, and the count will stay full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Good start here. Harold has gone deep into this at bat, a payoff pitch, and it is ball 4 low. So Olivia Harold will take her base. Runners at first and second now. And here comes Anna Martinez. Martinez in the opener, 0 for 2. A walk, though. Did reach base safely one time. And like I said, did go back and confirm with the coaching staff. It was, in fact, a complete game no-hitter for Carly Zerflew. Has given up a hit already here, but has been keeping the hitters off balance all day for Chapman. First pitch on the way. It gets Martinez, and the bases are loaded for Tegan Ellis. This is also a different rhythm for Zerflew, as this is the first time all season she has pitched both games of the doubleheader. So that, of course, makes things interesting as she goes right back out there. And so far, it has been a bit of a tough start. Induced a pop out of Kennedy Schultz. Since then, a single, a walk, and a hit batsman. Another ball flared back to the screen. The count to 0-2. And it falls to Tegan Ellis to try to bring in the game's first run here for the Lady Irish. Great chance, though, and only one out. So a sac fly is in play. Anything that gets to the outfield could bring in a run. You see the southeast infield pulled in. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the one thing that wouldn't help him out. And a big step for Zerflew in getting out of the inning. Ideally for her with no damage done. Carly Zerflew is not yet allowed a run this year. This is now her 6th appearance. Will this be the first? Pop-up into the wind, caught by Heinrich. And despite loading the bases, Chapman comes up empty. Southeast of Saline, still scoreless. We go to the home half of inning number 1. Back with more of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week when we return, brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Make your next move with someone who knows the market, knows the community, and puts you first. Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or searching for that perfect first home, Kirsten brings local expertise, strong communication, and a client-first approach that makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group today, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Homefront Real Estate Group. Unlock your happy.
It's hard to find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett producing, engineering, running the camera, taking care of YouTube, and boy, all sorts of good stuff being done by Brian. A huge shout out to him for his help today. But southeast of Saline and Chapman, another good game, a 1-0 pitcher's duel victory for SES in game number 1. And Chapman, boy, they came out, they jumped all over Southeast, and they got the bases loaded with 1 out. But a strikeout and a pop-out ended the inning still with nothing on the board, and Southeast is right back to work here. And let's meet the Southeast Lady Trojan lineup. Reese Heinrich will lead things off from her spot at shortstop. She'll be followed by center fielder Kaya Samuelson, then third baseman Ashley Welchel. Catcher Riley Donnelly in the cleanup spot today. Squaring to bunt, pulling it back, and taking ball 1 is Heinrich. Batting in the 5-hole, it's second baseman Veda Durfee, then right fielder Annabelle Soul. First baseman Hannah Teal, DP Peyton Merrill, and left fielder Madeline McFadden. New pitcher in the circle for the Chapman Lady Irish, Kaylee Livingston, the senior, will make her 6th appearance. It's also her 6th start of the year in 19 innings pitched. She has a 2-0 record, a 3.93 ERA, a 1.7 whip. Misses outside. The count goes to 3-0 here on Heinrich. And you look at the superlative stats, 15 strikeouts, 8 walks. Opponents bat approximately .312 off of Livingston this season. Strike across to Heinrich. She will have the green light now. Heinrich and Samuelson, blazing speed up and down this lineup, but the two fastest players, as far as I know, bat back-to-back here. And it's going to be a leadoff walk to Reese Heinrich. She will take her base. And if you're Anna Martinez, get ready. You know that Heinrich is not going to be long for first. She already stole 6 bases in the doubleheader against Sacred Heart. This is the first time today, as far as I can remember, that she's actually reached base. So sure she's looking to capitalize on it, and yeah, sure enough, she will go. Good throw to second, but yeah, just not good enough to get the speedy Heinrich. That's a perfect pitch and a perfect throw, but yeah, Heinrich just too fast, and she is in scoring position for Kaya Samuelson. Samuelson, one of the few hitters that actually managed to get to Olivia Harold back in that first game. She went 2 for 2, now facing Livingston for the first time. Squares to bunt, lays it down. Livingston comes in, picks it up, throws to first. It's a high throw. That's going to bring in Heinrich. Samuelson turns the corner, heads to second, and she is out. So give Kaya Samuelson, I guess she reaches on the error. Heinrich comes in to score on the error. And Southeast of Saline leads 1-0. Well, you know, at the end of the day, it all works out the same for Chapman. And it's 1 down for Ashley Welchel, who takes a first pitch ball at the knees. In case you weren't with us in game number 1, it is hot, it is windy, about 88 degrees, plenty of sunshine. Hope you brought your sunscreen. I certainly didn't on Tuesday, but I've got it today. Pitch in for a called strike, and the count, I believe, goes even here at 1-1 on Ashley Welchel. The big factor today is the wind. Gusts of up to 50 miles an hour blowing straight in from center field. Don't expect to muscle anything out of here today. This wind pushing it in, but into foul territory as the count to 1-2 on Welchel. Mentioned before that Southeast of Saline this season does have 5 home runs, but 3 of them are inside the park. As this one misses up and the count goes to 2-2. Two teams that love to play with speed. We've seen plenty of that throughout the course of this doubleheader. Every base runner is a threat to find their way to the next station. 2-2 misses at the knees, and the count is full. In the field, you've got Martinez behind the dish, Scholes over at first, Leedy at second, Cook at short, and Harold at third. The outfield from left to right, Ellis, Peterson, and Bell. Ball skipped foul off the catcher. That'll find its way to the screen here, and the count stays full on Ashley Welchel. Not much in the way of offensive stats to let you know about from game 1. Like I said, for Southeast, Kaya Samuelson with 2 singles, Peyton Merrill a single, McFadden a single, and nobody else for Southeast of Saline so much as reached base. But they still come away with a 1-0 win. Here it's a ball taken to third. Harold picks it up, throws to first in time. And that's 2 gone here in the first. Be curious to see how Carly Zerflu responds on the other side after giving up a walk and a hit batter and a single. Like I said, the bases were loaded for Chapman. They were unable to bring anything in. Gave it their best. Southeast with 1 on the board, up to bat with 2 away. It's Riley Donnelly who squares to bunt, and that's a beauty. Harold, though, has a great arm. Her throw to first is in time, and that will wrap up the first inning, but not before Southeast of Saline gets on the board. They take a 1-0 lead as we go to inning number 2. Coverage of today's games are presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
Tossed and Sauce Pizza is a proud supporter of all our area athletes. We want to wish them good luck this season. When headed to the game or an evening at home, stop in and see Tossed and Sauce Pizza at 306 Northwest 3rd in Abilene.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Back here to Gypsum as we get set for the second inning. It'll be the bottom third of the order for Chapman due up. Ryland Sinnard, Zoe Peterson, and Callie Cook. And before we go any further, I do want to say a special thank you to Aeroplanes for helping bring you coverage of today's games. If you're looking for a brand new home, start your search with Aeroplanes Housing. Tour the Citation, Gulfstream, and Lear model homes. And they've got open houses every Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. with new homes starting between $219,000 or from $219,000 with a limited 3.87 first-year rate. You could be in your new home sooner than you think. Visit Aeroplanes Housing this Sunday or go to AEROPLAINSKS.com and click on Rate Special for full details. Chapman threatened. They did not score. They loaded the bases with one away, and now it falls to Sinnard, Peterson, and Cook to try and restart the party against Carly Zerflew. Zerflew, of course, the complete game no-hitter in game number 1, and they go right back to the well. Zerflew pitched the full 7 innings, gave up no runs on no hits, walked 3, and struck out 7. She has already given up that first hit, although if nothing else, that almost takes some pressure off the pitcher. Count is 0-2, and now you feel like Zerflew can just let it rip. You're not worried about superlatives or anything like that. Just buckle down and find a way to get the hitter. 0-2. Oh, there you go. A good start. Strikeout number 2 in this game for Carly Zerflew, and it's 1 down now for Zoe Peterson. We'd also like to thank Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine and KVK Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated since 1996. Squaring to bunt, popping it foul is Zoe Peterson. You wonder if the southeast of Saline corners might come in a little bit more. Count goes to 0-1. One to nothing, our score. Pitch on the way, big swing and a miss. Zerflew pulled the string again, and the count is 0-2. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch to Peterson. Another swing and a miss. Back-to-back off-speed pitches. And Zerflew finding a groove as she retires the first 2 of the second inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Callie Cook is the next up here, the shortstop, batting from the right side. Cook on the year, batting .348, slugging .478. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in game number 1. And whiffs over the pitch over the top that time to fall behind in the count. Zerflew back to work, brings home her 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen. In the field for southeast of Saline, Riley Donnelly behind the plate. It's Teal over at first, Veda Durfee at second, Reese Heinrich at short, Ashley Welchel tending to the hot corner at third. The outfield from left to right, Madeline McFadden, Kaya Samuelson, and Annabelle Solt. Waste pitch there, misses outside, easy take as the count goes to 1-2. Cook settling back in and lifts this out to shallow left field. Coming in, a collision. Somebody caught it, though. That was McFadden. Oh, no, but this is the last thing you want to see. Reese Heinrich went out from her spot at shortstop and ran smack into Madeline McFadden. You got to call the other player off there. Tyler Smith out to visit with Heinrich. She is a big part of everything that this Southeast of Saline team does. And appears to be a little bit shaken up. It's good to see that she's in the crouch, if nothing else. Might have just hit, well, again, we don't speculate. And our hope and the hope of everybody watching right now is that she'll be okay. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, and a 1-0 lead for Southeast. And good news, we saw Reese Heinrich get up and take herself off the field. A big smile on her face, a big smile on Tyler Smith's face, and as far as we can tell, she should be okay and able to continue, but yeah, scary collision out in left field. Turns things over here to the home half of the second. Veda Durfee, Annabelle Soul, and Hannah Teal are the three due up to lead things off for the Lady Trojans. Our new image audio keys to the game, and really, I mean, for Chapman, it's going to be continuing to solve the Rubik's Cube that is Carly Zerflew. If they could find a way to get to her and maybe even chase her from the circle, you feel like good things might be in store for Southeast. Just finding more hits. This ball chopped to third, picked up by Harold. And boy, Olivia Harold has now recorded the last 3 straight outs. Everyone else out there might as well have a lawn chair for all the work that they've needed to do today. Turns things over to Annabelle Soul. She had a monster day against Sacred Heart. She was 6 for 6 with 8 RBI and 3 runs scored. Not a bad day at the office. First pitch to Soul, taken off the backstop here. It's been fairly smooth sailing as well for Kaylee Livingston. She gave up the walk and an error that brought in a run. So technically the run that Southeast has is unearned. This ball slapped into center, but easy work for Peterson. And it's 2 down. Hannah Teal will be the next up here for Southeast. Boy, you just feel like for Chapman, the runs have to be somewhere. I don't say that lightly. This is a very good offensive team. Shut out through the early goings of this doubleheader. Still very early here. We're only in the home half of the second inning. A lot of softball left to be played today. 0-1 is the count. Livingston rocks into the windup, brings it home. In there for a called strike. Hannah Teal behind in the count, 0-2. Teal, a sophomore, batting .286 coming into today's games. Looking for her first hit of the day. 0-2 on the way. It's popped up. This one will find its way back behind the backstop. That wind, like I said, just howling in from straightaway center. Relatively small park. 233 to straightaway center, 233 down the corners. The 0-2 from Livingston. Misses high and outside. Good take there by Hannah Teal, staying patient. Trying to keep you up to date on what's going on just across the way. That ball hit up out to left. Ellis is under it, and she will make the catch for another 3-up, 3-down inning. We go to inning number 3, still a 1-0 Southeast of Saline lead. You're watching our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Coverage of today's game presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. And do want to thank a few other folks for helping us bring you coverage of these games, including Amanda West State Farm Agency in Abilene, supporting all area student athletes, and Tossed and Sauced Pizza in Abilene. Pizza, wings, salads, and pasta. Find your new favorite at Tossed and Sauced in Abilene. Chapman with the top of the order. Back up here, it will be Kennedy Schultz, Mackenzie Leedy, and Olivia Harold to lead off the inning. And I've got an update from the baseball diamonds. Got a great game over there. It is a 4-4 tie in the bottom of the 7th as Schultz gets it down. The throw to first off the bunt gets into right field. Schultz turns, and she will head for second base. She will be in without a throw. Now she wants to take third. Good throw to third base. Did they get her? No, they did not. Kennedy Schultz bunts her way to third base. And the Chapman Lady Irish have a runner 60 feet away for the second time today, this time with nobody out. Rule that an E5. But they don't really care how they get him in. They just want to get somebody in. Mackenzie Leedy now has a chance to drive in the game's first, or the day's first game. Trying to slap that to the right side. But over on the baseball diamond, like I said, a 4-4 tie in the bottom of the 7th. Chapman came back. They tied it down to their final few outs. Southeast trying to walk it off with a runner on second. That is game 1 of that doubleheader. Here, it's Carly Zerflew facing Mackenzie Leedy. Chance for Chapman to get themselves on the board for the first time in this doubleheader. Chapman no hit in the first game. They've already got a hit here in this one. They've also had a runner reach on a hit by pitch and a walk. This ball gets behind the catcher. Donnelly can't get to it fast enough. And the first run of the day comes in on a combination of an error and a passed ball, but they all count the same, and Chapman's got the game tied. Base is now empty for Mackenzie Leedy. Is that what breaks the dam? Still nobody out in the inning. The 1-1 pitch. This is high. Southeast of Saline coming up next. Big doubleheader against the Beloit Lady Trojans. That could potentially be for the NCAA. 2-1. Fouled away. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right now, you look at the NCAA, and Southeast of Saline, the last undefeated team in it. But Beloit nipping at their heels. 3-1 coming into this week's action. 2-2 from Zerflew. Missed it high, and the count is full. It's not that Zerflew is losing command, but you do feel like every time she goes through the lineup, these are players that kind of know her game now. They're familiar with her pitch mix, her velocity, and they are fighting back. Here, Leedy helps her out and swings at a pitch that was way up and out. Perhaps a bit eager to try to help her team get out ahead. Leedy stands back in 1 for 1 today. She's got the lone hit of this game for Chapman. 3-2. Came in and got her, and boy, for Leedy, I know the instinct is to wear that, but it was going to be a walk. Instead, it's a hit by pitch. And it's the more painful way, I suppose, to get down to first. That brings up Olivia Harold, and Southeast has now conceded as many base runners in the first 3 innings of this game as they did in the entirety of the first matchup. Olivia Harold at the plate. She squares to bunt, fouls it back to the backstop. And we'll do it again on 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, pitch on the way, fouled right back to the backstop. And the count is 0-2. So Harold, who squared up on her first 2 attempts, will have to swing away here. 1-1 our score. Anna Martinez in the on-deck circle, a runner aboard at first. Nobody out and 1 across already in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Olivia Harold set down for the 4th strikeout of the day. And the first out of the inning. That brings up Anna Martinez, who's reached in 2 of her 4 plate appearances. She was hit by a pitch herself back in the first inning. Stands in at the ready here. Pitch to Martinez. In there for a called strike. Martinez not struck out by Zerflu today. That is an honor few batters still remaining can cling to. Zerflu brings home the 0-1. It misses up high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. One and 1 the count. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. Zerflu, more strikeouts in this game, but more base runners allowed. It seems to be kind of ramping up on both sides of the spectrum. The 1-2 to Martinez. Pulled the string on her, chasing it to the backstop is Donnelly, and Donnelly appears to be okay. Always got to be cautious sliding in like that near the backstop. Zerflu struck out 7 in as many innings in game number 1. She's got 4 strikeouts already, and I'll tell you what, if she could find a way to get another here, that would be huge. 1-2. Jam shot to second. Durfee goes the short way. That's the smart play. Leedy will move up 60 feet. But now it's 2 down in the inning, and Tegan Ellis, the last chance for Chapman to try to get something rolling here. 1-1 is our count. Sorry, 1-1 our score. Boy, I don't know where my head's at. Swing and a miss. And Ellis falls behind in the count 0-1. Ellis 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game. Swings and misses here. Ellis 0 for 4 on the day in the doubleheader. Back in game number 1, 2 pop-outs and a ground out. Pops this one up into foul territory, and that's going to find its way out of play. 0-2 is our new count. Carly Zerflu trying to buckle down and get herself out of a little more trouble, if you can call it that. Like I said, gave up the error and the pass ball, and that's how Chapman evened it up. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is strikeout number 5 for Carly Zerflu. But not before Chapman gets around on the board. They tie it up 1-1. We go to the home half of the third when we return. Coverage of today's games brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there, Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Back here in Gypsum, where we've got a tie ball game, 1-1 as we go to the home half of inning number 1. It will be Peyton Merrill, Madeline McFadden, and Reese Heinrich, we think, to lead things off here in the third inning. Of course, Heinrich got a bit shaken up. It appeared to be none the worse for wear. And all of these batters on to face another inning of Kaylee Livingston, the senior who first time through the order has been awfully good. Matter of fact, of the 2 runs scored today in this doubleheader, at least in the second game, both of them today have been unearned. That pitch in for a called strike. The count goes even at a ball and a strike here on Peyton Merrill. The 1-1, high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll see here. Southeast can get the leadoff runner aboard for the second time today. That's in there for a strike, and Livingston continues to just pipe him in. It's been a really good start across the day for Livingston. She set the last 5 in a row down. 3-2, another strikeout for Kaylee Livingston, and it's 1 away here in the third. First strikeout of the day for Livingston. It'll flip things over to Madeline McFadden. McFadden had a single back in the third inning. I believe it drove in the run. Yeah, it did drive in the 1 run for Southeast in a 1-0 victory. Here she finds herself with an 0-1 count. Livingston back to work. Pitch on the way. This is high and outside. One ball, 1 strike. That ball lifted into shallow left field, but it finds the glove of Ellis, and it's 2 down. Honestly, the field gets a lot shorter given the way the wind is blowing. I mean, you really only have to cover the front half of the outfield. If anyone gets one out any further than that, we might need to get some college scouts down here. Reese Heinrich up to bat for the second time today. First pitch to her, in for a called strike. Good to see Heinrich back up and on her feet again. Had that collision out in left field. She scored the 1 run for Southeast today. Reached on a walk, stole second, came in to score on a throwing error, and here she will lift one out to left. It's an inside-out swing, but it's caught by Ellis again. And that will wrap up the third inning. Another quick 3 up, 3 down. We'll step away. When we come back, we've got more of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Another inning in the books, still scoreless, or still 1-1 as we go to the fourth. It'll be Kaya Bell, Rylan Sinnard, and Zoe Peterson due up here to lead things off for Chapman. And the first pitch for Kaya Bell is fouled back to the screen. It's been the top 4 in the lineup that have kind of been the problem spots for Zerflu. Scholes reached on an error. Leedy singled and was hit by a pitch. Harold walked, and Martinez was hit by a pitch. But after that, it's been smooth sailing as the remaining 5 spots have taken 6 at-bats. And Zerflu has put all 6 of them down, including 4 strikeouts. Trying to pick that up here against Kaya Bell. The 1-1 on the way, and it's in there. Ooh, a called strike. Here's some groans from the Chapman fans behind me. That one might have been a little bit off, but not by much. Count is 1-2. Pitch from Zerflu is slapped to short, picked up by Heinrich. Throw to first in time. And it's one away here in the fourth inning. Rylan Sinnard, the next batter to step in here, struck out swinging her first time up. These are Sinnard's first at-bats of the day, did not play in the first game of this doubleheader. Pitch coming, in for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Sinnard struck out, as did Peterson, who's due up next. 0-1, my goodness, Zerflu took everything off of that pitch. Sinnard sitting on a fastball, it never came. 0-2, the new count. Zerflu back into the windup, brings it home, misses high. That rise ball up meant to entice Sinnard, a good take there. Didn't go through Sinnard's numbers since she didn't play in the first game in a limited sample size. She is batting .400. Has driven in a few as well as Zerflu skips this one to the plate. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two. Pitch to Sinnard. Misses down and in. And after starting up 0-2 in the count, all of a sudden Carly Zerflu has fallen behind and the count's full. Payoff pitch. Got her. Boy, all that to finish it out with a strikeout. That is strikeout number 6 for Carly Zerflu. Flips it over to Zoe Peterson. Peterson 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game, 0 for 3 in the doubleheader. Trying to start a 2-out rally. Corners playing in, perhaps expecting bunt. And a strike as Zerflu not messing around with the zone now. You wonder, too, where the next run might come from. Obviously, these games don't end in ties unless we run out of daylight. 0-1, nub shot foul, and the count to 0-2 now. I feel like it's going to be something manufactured. I mean, that's been the case for the majority of Southeast's games. And yes, they can hit for power, but they are big about utilizing speed to their advantage. 0-2 pitch, low and inside. Peterson lays off. And the count to a ball and 2 strikes. One-two off speed. Maybe a little too off speed. This would be a huge sweep to get for Southeast of Saline, especially because they lost out on 2 games that they would have had against an Abilene team that obviously, look, you don't play the games on paper, but had the Abilene games not been canceled, you feel like Southeast would be the ones sitting here at 10-1. You never know with regional seedings whether that might play a role later down the line. Here comes the 3-2. Soft ground ball, Durfee charging in, flips to first, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Carly Zerflu. We'll step away. We're back with more when we return. Coverage of today's doubleheader presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
2, 3, and 4-hole hitters due up here for southeast of Saline. Kaya Samuelson, Ashley Welchel, and Riley Donnelly to lead off the home half of the fourth. Samuelson forced the throwing error back in the first inning that allowed Heinrich to come in and score the lone Lady Trojan run of the day so far. Like I said, we've had a run aside between these two, both unearned. This ball hit sharply to Harold, and Harold has been very busy. That is her 5th putout recorded today as she gets Samuelson, and that turns it over to Ashley Welchel. Speaking of which, the next 3 up in the order have all been put down by Harold. Kaya Samuelson a 5-3, Ashley Welchel a 5-3, Donnelly a 5-3, and Durfee a 5-3. They don't call it the hot corner for nothing, but even so, Harold has been very busy, and her arm continues to pay dividends for this Chapman team. Been a good day in the circle so far for Kaylee Livingston, who's back out for another inning of work. This ball lifted out to left center field. Tracking over, making the catch is Peterson, 2 down. You feel like whenever one of these teams breaks the deadlock, it's probably going to be a lightning strike, right? You're going to have somebody gets on base, a stolen base, a quick knock, something to bring him in. We've not seen much meticulous scoring in this doubleheader. Pitch missing inside. The count starts 1-0 to Riley Donnelly. Donnelly digs back in. The 1-0 pitch misses high, and the count starts off at 2-0. So far, the only 2 to reach base against Livingston were Heinrich and Samuelson on a walk and an error, respectively. And it looks like that streak is prone to continue as Cook strides over and makes the catch. And that's another quick 3 up, 3 down inning. We've got 4 in the books, 3 left to play. We'll step away. We're back with more coverage today presented by Kirsten Day and Homefront Real Estate Group.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Want to welcome you back in as we go to inning number 5. It'll be Callie Cook, Kennedy Schultz, and Mackenzie Leedy to lead things off. And want to also thank a few other folks for helping us bring you coverage of today's game, including Philip Seed. We're proud to support the video broadcast of today's game. As a family-owned Kansas seed company, Philip Seed is committed to serving growers and communities across our service area. Philip Seed, serve, innovate, grow. Wants to wish good luck to both teams today. Also to Chapman Schools, USD 473. They do what's best for all kids. High academic success, school-run business opportunities, and a culture of caring for students. As I mentioned, Callie Cook, Kennedy Schultz, and Mackenzie Leedy to lead things off. The top of the order will be facing Carly Zerflew for the 6th time today. Those bats, the top 6 in the lineup at least, got 3 looks at Zerflew the first time these two met earlier today in a 1-0 shutout win for southeast of Saline. And they are about to go through the lineup for the 3rd time here in game number 2. Zerflew in the circle, Cook in the box. And the 5th inning of a tied game, 1-1, is underway. The first pitch in there for a called strike. Do you want to take another look across the way? We had a good game. It looked like it might go into extra innings. And it did not. Southeast of Saline picks up a 6-4 win. Well, correction on my part. It did go to extra innings. A 6-4 victory for the Trojans over Chapman over on the baseball diamond. 0-2. Just a little high. That one probably slipped out of Zerflew's hand. Obviously, you can always waste a pitch on 0-2, but you don't typically waste it on the 3rd set of chain link fence. 1-2 to Callie Cook, and she got her again. Strikeout number 7 in this doubleheader for Zerflu. It's the third time she's gotten Cook. But now she has to face Kennedy Schultz and Mackenzie Leedy for the 6th time today. Schultz has reached on 2 errors. She's been struck out twice. She's also popped out. Big swing and a miss at the first pitch. And Zerflu, just a machine out there, continuing to pump out strikes. 0-1 the count. Zerflu back to work. Pitch on the way. Squaring to bunt is Schultz. Back to Zerflu. Bare hands it. Throws to first. Not in time. It's a bunt single for Kennedy Schultz. She is so quick down the line, and that's exactly what they needed. Now they've got the potential go-ahead run. Aboard at first. Only one out in the inning, and a whole lot of options for Mackenzie Leedy. They want to play small ball. Leedy pulls it back. The runner will turn and take second. Kennedy Schultz moves up on the passed ball. We saw Leedy square to bunt. I would imagine she'll do so again here. Be great if Chapman could find a way to get the runner to third with only one, or with 2 down, 1 down, doesn't matter. You put the potential go-ahead run just 60 feet away, that's always a win. We talk about these situations a lot. The only thing that doesn't help you if you're Chapman, an infield pop out or a strikeout. 1-0 pitch, inside out swing, taken to left. McFadden makes the catch. And honestly, that's about the same, I suppose, as an infield fly out, as it does not allow the runner to advance. So Olivia Harold strides to the dish. 2 down in the inning to face Carly Zerflu for a 6th time. Harold walked twice and struck out in the opener. She has walked and struck out in the nightcap. And the pitch in for a called strike to start the count. Zerflu trying to keep this game tied, 1 out away from doing just that. Schultz represents the go-ahead run aboard at second base. The 0-1 in the dirt. Easy enough stop, and now the runner takes off for third, and the throw's not in time. Kennedy Schultz. That's some southeast base running, as she, I think, convinced Donnelly she wasn't going to take off. And then books it to third, and no throw in the world was going to get her there. So the go-ahead run 60 feet away. The 1-1 pitch. Misses up and away. A good take for Olivia Harold. If called upon, if needed, Anna Martinez due up next. But Harold, arguably the best bat in this lineup, looking for her 21st hit of the season to give her team the lead, and she takes outside for ball 3. This is a dream hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and a chance to take the lead. Zerflu brings it home. It is popped up. Heinrich is under it, and Heinrich gloves it to close out the inning. To the home half of the 5th we go. We're still tied up at 1 apiece. Coverage of this Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week is brought to you today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Welcome back to Gypsum, Kansas. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. We knew we were going to be in for a couple of really good games, and that's been the case. It was a 1-0 win for Southeast of Saline behind a no-hitter thrown by Carly Zerflew. They got the win in game number 1. Here it's all knotted up at 1 apiece as we go to the home half of the 5th. And for Southeast of Saline, it's Veda Durfee who evens the count at 1-1, then Annabelle Soul and Hannah Teal to lead things off. If they can get to them, Peyton Merrill and Madeline McFadden. Neither side has flinched. Both runs that have come in have been unearned. That ball slapped down the line, but foul. Bit of a grimace on the face of Durfee, who knew she straightened that out, probably looking at extra bases. No secret, this outfield grass is thick. And we have seen several balls that typically would roll to the fence, and they just die. That's without considering the fact that the winds are gusting in at about 40 miles an hour. The 1-2. Durfee. Ooh, called strike up and in. It's only the second strikeout of the day for Livingston, but she has done more than enough to induce the weak contact. And it brings Annabelle Soul to the plate. Soul 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field so far today. Pitch to Soul. Called strike? I think that's the first ball strike call I've disagreed with, but I guess it's scraped across the letters. Count starts off at 0-1. Soul didn't protest too much. Here she'll chase a pitch up. It's drifting down the line, and it's caught by Bell. That's a great play out in right field by Kaya Bell. And a crucial out recorded. It's now 2 down in the 5th. I got to say, I have been very impressed with Kaylee Livingston. You look at the numbers, they've been good, but this is, I think, undoubtedly one of her best performances as a starter. First pitch to Hannah Teal in for a strike, and now she's starting to pound the zone. She gave up a walk and an error, and that's it. Everybody else has been set down in order. And she gets Teal to swing at a high rise ball to bring the count to 0-2. 13 consecutive outs recorded by Livingston. Looking for 14 here to turn the keys over to her offense in the 6th. Chapman's been threatening. They have stranded 5 runners, including 4 in scoring position today. The 1-2. Fouled away, and the count stays right where it's at. Southeast dugout trying to give some encouragement to Hannah Teal. Teal, like everyone, had a good day in the doubleheader wins, I should say, over Sacred Heart earlier this week. But Sacred Heart, this is not. This is one of the best teams in the state. In Class 4A, the Chapman Lady Irish graduated just 2 key seniors a year ago. They came in today 9-1, 5-1 in the NCKL, fresh off a trip to the 4A state tournament. And it has lived up to expectations, this doubleheader between 2 Titans. Southeast, of course, hoping to get back to the 3A state tournament for the first time in 2 years. The last time they went was in 2024. They lost to the eventual 3A state champions in Frontenac. 1-2 to Teal. Struck well, high and deep. That might clear the head of Ellis, and it does. Teal thinking extra bases. She's going to hold up at second. And it's a 2-out double for Hannah Teal. That is the first hit of the game for Southeast of Saline. And now they've got the go-ahead run in scoring position for Peyton Merrill. Merrill has had a relatively quiet season at the plate as we've got a meeting in the circle. However, Merrill got the first hit of her career and then came in to score. Her spot did. It was Redder. Came in to score the lone run of the last game between these two. Small huddle here for the Southeast of Saline coaching staff as well. And, yeah, no surprise. We're not going to see, well, no, we are. We're going to have a pitching change. And, yeah, Olivia Harold is going to come back in and try to close this thing out. We'll talk more about it when we return. Take a quick break. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Brought to you today by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Make your next move with someone who knows the market, knows the community, and puts you first. Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or searching for that perfect first home, Kirsten brings local expertise, strong communication, and a client-first approach that makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group today, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Homefront Real Estate Group. Unlock your happy.
It's hard to find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
Well, in a tie game in the 5th inning, southeast of Saline gets their very first hit against Kaylee Livingston, and she is lifted for Olivia Harold, who is called upon here in the 5th to try and slam the door shut and stop what could be a game-winning rally for southeast of Saline. Harold was excellent in the opener, but she faces Peyton Merrill first, and Merrill cuts over the top of a fastball. In that first game, Olivia Harold, who took the loss in this performance, by the way, went 6 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, 13 strikeouts. Coming in looking to avenge that here, and boy, yeah, starts Peyton Merrill with back-to-back strikes. Merrill was the one who got the single off of Harold, and that spot in the lineup came in to score the only run. Here it's the 0-2, it misses high. Taking all the way was Merrill seemingly there. Madeline McFadden in the on-deck circle, then the top of the lineup, who will likely get at least one more crack at it for southeast of Saline. The 1-2. Hit foul, just barely keeping up with it, is Merrill. Like I said, Merrill picked a heck of a time for her first hit of the season. Came just in the nick of time for southeast of Saline. Her spot in the lineup, she was then replaced, and the run came in. It gave SES a 1-0 victory. Here it's the 1-2. It's in there for a called strike 3. Throw down to first is in time. And that will wrap up the 5th inning of play. We step away. When we come back, it's the 6th. Still tied up 1-1. Coverage today still presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Tossed and Sauce Pizza is a proud supporter of all our area athletes. We want to wish them good luck this season. When headed to the game or an evening at home, stop in and see Tossed and Sauce Pizza at 306 Northwest 3rd in Abilene.
Well, it always felt like we were destined for a second pitching duel today, and hey, guess what? That's exactly what we've been treated to as this game remains tied at 1-1. We go to the 6th inning, and it's the heart of the order due up for the Chapman Lady Irish. Anna Martinez, Tegan Ellis, and Kaya Bell to lead it off against Carly Zerflu, working her way through this lineup for the 6th time today. First pitch from Zerflu in the dirt. Count starts off at 1-0. Zerflu picked up the win in game number 1. She has a chance to collect 2 victories if her team can give her the necessary run support. Ball slapped into right field. This should be a single. There is a throw to first from right. It's not in time. And Anna Martinez will start the party with a leadoff knock for Chapman. That brings up Tegan Ellis. Ellis has had a rough go of it at the plate. 0 for 5 in the 2 games combined today. 0 for 2 in this one with 2 strikeouts. But, boy, never a bad time for your first hit. She squares to bunt, pops it up. Southeast might do it again. Boy, I'll tell you what. They got a similar result earlier on an L5-3 double play. This time, however, Martinez stayed closer to the bag, and that prevents what could have been a disastrous double play for the Lady Irish. So it's Kaya Bell who's 0 for 2, an infield pop out and an infield ground out. First pitch to Bell, swing and a miss. And the count to 0-1. Zerflu has already notched her total from the first game. She had 7 strikeouts in 7 innings of the opener. Chapman's going to go with a pinch runner here. Anna Martinez will come out. Coming in to run is Asa Courtois. So a little more speed. I mean, this is exactly what Chapman did to get on the board earlier today. And they will try to do it again. Courtois, speed at first, now represents the go-ahead run here in the 6th. The 0-1 to Kaya Bell in there for strike 2. Kaya Samuelson continues to work at a strong rate here. No balls, 2 strikes. Bell has to be protective of the plate. Pitch on the way. Lifted out to right field. Soul chasing it back will make the catch. And that is a big out, number 2. As it's now the bottom third of the lineup. Coming to bat, Rylan Sinnard will grab the bat next. She is also 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in this game. Zerflu brings it home, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Zoe Peterson in the on-deck circle. If they can get to her, then Callie Cook in the 9-hole. Zerflu brings home the 0-1, another swing and miss. And that was the same pitch. It's a drop ball, but the bat goes under it. Good late breaking action. Zerflu right back in the circle, wasting no time. The 0-2 popped up. Zerflu takes it herself. And that'll wrap up the top of the 6th. Still tied at 1 apiece. Southeast up to bat when we come back, looking to break the deadlock. Coverage of this doubleheader presented by Kirsten Day and Homefront Real Estate Group.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters due up for Southeast of Saline. Madeline McFadden, Reese Heinrich, and Kaya Samuelson. And they will face a familiar foe, but a new one in this game. After recording the strikeout to get out of the inning, it's Olivia Harold back in the circle, looking to close this out, or rather help her team to the win. Her first 2 pitches miss. No, that's a late strike call, and the count goes even at 1-1. Harold has been phenomenal this year. Prior to the first game, in which she only added to her stellar season, Harold had made 7 appearances, 5 of them starts. Her 1-1 here misses high. In 36 1/3, a 6-1, now 6-2 record, a sub-1 ERA, a sub-1 WHIP. She now has 80 strikeouts to just 11 walks. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Madeline McFadden comes up empty. I feel like this is Southeast's best chance to maybe scratch something across, especially with the top of the lineup looming. The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. for both of these teams, you feel like they get a base runner, and that might be it. I know we've seen several stranded on the Chapman side, but these teams have not messed around when it comes to stolen bases. This is a crucial pitch. 3-2. Misses high, ball 4. Southeast of Saline has the potential go-ahead run. Aboard here, and it looks like we will have a courtesy runner for SES, as they will return Mackenzie Redder to the base paths to run for McFadden. It tells you a lot about Redder's speed when you lift a left fielder. I mean, McFadden obviously runs very well, but this is Southeast giving themselves the best possible chance. I would not be shocked either if Reese Heinrich tries to lay one down here. She has already bunted her way on base multiple times. And this is turning into a long conversation between head coach Kyle Cook and his infield, his pitcher. Obviously not making a change. You've got your ace in the circle. That hill a little bit steeper to climb for Olivia Harold now. Southeast of Saline with the go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out, and the top of the order with Reese Heinrich up to bat. First pitch to Heinrich, laid down, throw to first is in time. Now they may have a rundown, throw to second, not in time. So they will keep Redder at second base. Heinrich does her job, and that go-ahead run is 60 feet closer to coming in to score. Second time today that Heinrich has laid down a sacrifice bunt. Kaya Samuelson up to bat. Ashley Welchel in the on-deck circle. Does Samuelson lay one down, or does she swing away? She will square to bunt. And this one back to the screen. That allows Redder to move up 60 feet. And a wide grin on the face of Kaya Samuelson, who knows now that she's got a chance to bring in what could be the game-winning run. Redder moved up on the passed ball. Squaring to bunt. Oh, my goodness. Fouling it way up and back is Kaya Samuelson. She can still try that trick one more time, but remember, the corners are playing in. They are working to cut the run down at home. They don't really care what Samuelson does going to first. Courtois replaced Harold at third. She comes in. Swinging away here is Samuelson. It's out to center. Peterson makes the catch. Throw coming to the plate. Not in time. Southeast of Saline takes the lead on a Kaya Samuelson sacrifice fly. Chapman's going to appeal at third, and they say the runner did not leave early. Mackenzie Redder comes in to score the run, and Southeast leads 2-1. Samuelson, her first RBI of the day. Made to the corners in, too. It brings up Ashley Welchel with 2 down. If you want to check the replay, you can go to Salina Post. Obviously, those watching at home already on Salina Post, bringing you live video coverage of this game. The 0-1. Misses low. Obviously, that changes the whole situation because now Southeast has Chapman down to their final 3 outs on the other side of the break. 2 down in the inning. The pitch to Welchel misses high, and the count's at 2-1. Peterson did what she could. It was a solid throw, too, but just tough to get a player as quick as Redder. 2-1. Slapped off the glove of Schultz. And Welchel has a single here with 2 down. Southeast of Saline not content with the 1-run lead, trying to add on to it here. Riley Donnelly the next in line. Like Welchel before her. 0 for 2 coming into this at bat. First pitch to her. Fake of the back pick there from Martinez. Wow, wait, what do we got here? Gonna have to check on that, but Welch will it's ruled out at first, and that will take us to the top of the 7th. All right. Southeast hunting 3 more outs when we return on Salina Post.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Welcome back in here on the Salina Post Sports Network. Coverage of this doubleheader presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. And one of the best parts about sitting right here behind the backstop, if you need to ask an official about something, well, they're right there. So did get confirmation Ashley Welchel left the bag early before that pitch had come in. And that is why she was ruled out at first base. But for Southeast of Saline, they are now 3 outs away from completing a sweep of a 4A foe from the NCKL. It would be a big one. Obviously, this is a phenomenal Chapman team and one that we expect and hope to be covering into the playoffs and hopefully back to the 4A state tournament. But they are down to their final 3 outs. It will be the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters, Zoe Peterson, Callie Cook, and Kennedy Schultz on to face Carly Zerflew. Zerflew needed the run support. She got it. We've got a foul ball to start it off here for Peterson. Chapman obviously could play some small ball as well. They just need to get a runner aboard. And you can't say the Irish haven't had their opportunities. They have stranded 6 runners, including 4 in scoring position today. So plenty of chances. Just not bringing much in. Just the 1 run that came in to score on the error. A 1 pitch right down the pipe. Zerflew feeling it now. She has not recorded a strikeout this 3rd time through the order, but a lot of flyouts and pop-outs. She's had Chapman swinging under a lot of her best stuff. Zerflew, 0-2, got her. 1 down, 2 to go for Southeast, and Carly Zerflew with her 8th strikeout of this game. Turns it over to Callie Cook, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Remember, the top of the lineup will get another chance, at least Kennedy Schultz will. Schultz has reached base twice today. She has also come in to score the lone run for Chapman today. Callie Cook needs a productive at bat. Takes a first pitch, ball outside. Carly Zerflew trying to improve to 6-0 on the season. 1-0 pitch, also high and outside. So Zerflew missed her spot first couple of times. Here comes the 2-0. Brought it in for a strike. Callie Cook, she's seen it now. Now a chance to swing away freely. Zerflew back in the circle. Her 2-1 check swing doesn't matter. It's a strike either way. Trying to get that second out, man. It's crucial in a 1-run game. Zerflew, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts on the day for Carly Zerflew. And Chapman down to their final out of this doubleheader. Kennedy Schultz has been a problem for Southeast today. She has reached base safely in 3 of her 6 plate appearances. She will squirt a bunt, gets it down, picked up by Zerflew, throw to first in time, and that is your ball game. Carly Zerflew completes both wins of the doubleheader, and Southeast takes a sweep. 1-0 in the opener, 2-1 in the nightcap. We're back to wrap it up when we return on the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. Coverage of both games today presented by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hard-working diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Gypsum one last time. Tyler Henry alongside you. Southeast of Saline, a sweep of Chapman. 1-0 the win in the first of these two games, 2-1 in the second game. And Carly Zerflew is going to be our overall Vernon Jewelers Gem of the game. Hard to say that she's not. A complete 7-game no-hitter in game number 1. A 7-game, did not surrender a single earned run, did give up the 1 run, but another great gem in game number 2, and for that, Carly Zerflew is our Vernon Jewelers Gem of the game. It's the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. Let's take a look at some final numbers from game number 2. Southeast of Saline scored 2 runs on 2 hits, committed 1 error. They stranded just 1 runner on base. Meanwhile, for Chapman, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. They stranded 6 on base, including 3 in scoring position. And unfortunately, for as great as she was, Olivia Harold picks up a pair of losses today. Her record will drop down to 6-3. And by virtue of the 1 run that came in being unearned, at least as far as my scorebook says, Carly Zerflew still has a perfect ERA on the year with a 6-0 record. And at this point, she now has over 35 innings pitched. So it's a big victory for Southeast of Saline with the sweep. They will improve to 9-1. Chapman falls to 9-3. And for Southeast of Saline, the season continues next week as they host the Beloit Lady Trojans in a doubleheader that could very well determine who walks away with the NCAA crown in the league this year. That will do it for us. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a great day to bring you some high school softball. Again, Southeast of Saline gets the win. They do so 1-0 in the opener, 2-1 in game number 2. You caught both games here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. They were brought to you by Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Until next time, I've been Tyler Henry. We'll see you back here on the Salina Post Game of the Week.
This has been a presentation of Eagle Media, Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and Salina Post Sports. This has been your Game of the Week.